There we go. Now it's fixed. Yeah, my sound card has been acting mischievous. Yo, you guys in the chat are cracking me up. Okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So I want to go through the questions on Pump first. So somebody asked, what is this app or what is this about? Can somebody explain this project? So I'm going to explain the project real quick and then I'll go through some of the other questions and then we can get through dev testing and talk about where the state of the project is. So the this project is a game. It's called Bloxwap, and the whole goal of the game and the target of the game is to help retailers basically bring them into crypto. One of the things that I've noticed over the last, I don't know, 7 years in crypto is that we've got a lot of projects that are focused around like coins and they're focused around a lot of infrastructure, but there aren't a lot of tools that people can actually use. I think we saw a pretty good influx of tools in 2018, 2019, I would say, maybe even into 2020, when we saw a lot of the DeFi protocols, some of the early prediction markets that were around then, and some of the NFT platforms that came up. But then, after I think a lot of the litigation, there was a little bit of a lull. And so we had just a lot of blockchains coming up and a lot of infrastructure and not a lot of actual consumer usable products. And I would say Pump is probably the first product that actually got mass adoption and was easy for somebody who's retail to use. So Bloxwap is in that vein. It's designed to be a project that is a tap trading game that allows anybody to basically on ramp onto crypto, deposit some USDC, and basically interact with the blockchain and use the blockchain in a crypto native fashion. And it is built on a couple of pretty key technological pieces that are, I think foundational to crypto. So perp dexes, price oracles, what else? Obviously a blockchain. And so what we're going to do is we're basically going to demo the project, and then today we're going to actually let some people get on mainnet. So that's a little bit about the project. And I'll just show you what it looks like because that's probably the easiest way to explain it. So this is the project. This is the game. And so what you can see here is this is the current price of Bitcoin. It looks sad, I know. But what's going on is this is tracking the current price of Bitcoin, and your goal in this game is to predict what you think the price is going to do. You think the price is going to go up, or do you think the price is going to go down? So you can click here if you think it's going to go up, and if it crosses your barrier, you get paid out. If you think it's going to go down, you click below this green line, and if it crosses your barrier, you get paid out with a little bit of a fee. So that is as simple as this game is. There's not that much complication to it. So the closer to this blue line you tap, the lower your prediction is. So this is like a $6 prediction, and the further away from this blue line you tap, the higher your prediction is. So this is like a $14 prediction. And you can see the prices down here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way along the side to help kind of guide you on how big your prediction is going to be, effectively the size of your order, and then how far away from this line determines how far you think the price is going to go up. So you can see here that each one of these lines on the horizontal axis is a $10 block. So if you click down here, you're basically saying, hey, I think it's going to go down. That's about $30, right? And then if you're right, you get paid out. So that's pretty much the game. Now, this game is actually, I have it running on mainnet right now. So this is DevNet. But if I go to play live, now my computer's dying. This might have been what killed me before. We're not in a good space, people. Yeah, I think this game is taking up a lot of resources, which I need to profile. Let me pause this. Let me just go to Google. Okay, perfect. That should chill that out. So there's a little bit of a, seems like there's a little bit of a performance issue with the game running on Mainnet. I have a lot of stuff going on my computer, and I don't think my computer's happy about it right now. Let me share a different window. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to add, what is this, window? Screen share. That goes down here. No, I don't. Edit. I want to share Safari, Bloxwap. Okay, perfect. Oh, that's not perfect. That looks horrible. Okay, something like that. And then we got to put that underneath everything else. Oh, this is locked. Move this down here. There we go. Okay. So this is a different version. We'll hide this thing in the background. So this is the game again running. And so what I was doing before is I was playing on practice. So you can actually switch over to Mainnet, and I'm gonna have to fund the wallets to get this running on Mainnet, but I'll log out and I'll show you how it works. So when you come to the game screen, you're going to see a screen like this, which is your login, or you can go back to trying practice mode. If you click login, it will allow you to log in with any one of the social accounts that are supported here. So Twitter, Google, Apple. You can connect with your own wallet, or you can log in with an email. I'm just going to use my Twitter account because something went wrong. Perfect. Oh, wrong account. Haha. It's the Bloxwap account and my other nonsense accounts. Okay, so we'll log in again. So it's going to authorize my user to basically play Bloxwap. Once you get authorized, you log in. And actually where you're going to start is, let me pause the game real quick. Where you actually start is, oh, this refresh isn't working. See, got to fix that. You actually start here. And so this is your place where you go in and you create an account, and you can either send yourself USDC by just sending USDC to this wallet, or you can click on this deposit button, and then this will actually let you deposit money into your Bloxwap account by transferring from an exchange or paying with a credit card. This is all powered by Privy, so you get to have, you know, like a nice seamless on-ramp. So this is loading up Coinbase right now, and then it's going to ask me to connect, and you can pay with Coinbase. There's also support to pay with MoonPay. So that would work if you're outside of the US, and Coinbase is if you're in the US. And then once you've got, you know, some money in your account, so I have $71.19, you can basically click here, click play. And what this will do is this will transfer the money into the game account. And now I'm actually playing with real $71, and this is the actual price of Bitcoin. So in this game, my goal is to guess, do I think the price is going to go up or down? The price oracle is a little slow, but let's just say I think it's going to go down here. So you'll see the box start off. You just saw my account get debited, but you'll see the box start off as like a hollow number, and then what that means is that when it's hollow, it's still submitting the order, so it hasn't been processed yet. Once it actually gets processed, then it'll turn solid, and that means that your order is in. And so right now, there's like an order that is created that's just out there running, and this thing doesn't have the barrier expiration that we had before. I'm thinking about adding something to visualize that your order is still live over here on the left-hand side, but basically this order is open. And until the price gets crossed and the order closes, or I manually close it, or it gets liquidated, the order is going to stay open. So if Bitcoin drops a little bit, it's going back up, which is not the way that I want it to go. But yeah, if Bitcoin drops below the place where I placed that order, then it'll get canceled. If you have a bunch of orders that are stuck, you can go to your player profile here, and this player profile just shows you everything that's going on. So I have this short position that I put in. That was the order entry, was 86,000. It's $86 because that's how big the size of the position is. This is like the Bitcoin dollar denominated ratio. So it's not. I need to change this to say the actual amount where you entered the actual Bitcoin price, because it should be 86,700. What is it? 780 basically. And then you can see this is a long order that I have. This is probably opened a while ago because it looks like it's order number 4. So this is the order that's queued up, which means that it's waiting for somebody to basically pick this order up and process it. But in the live game, I've got that one order that's outstanding. And so the idea is that you just, you can place a couple of bets. I think it's going to go up. I think it's going to go down. And then what will happen is your bets will turn into either successful longs where you get paid out, or successful shorts where you get paid out. And that's pretty much the whole concept of the game. It's very simple, designed to be very user friendly. Okay, so I just got paid out because I think we crossed up over that last bet that I just made. So it's a very simple game. There's a couple of little UI things that I'm trying to implement, but for the most part, it works. And sometimes your payouts may come like way later if you just close the game and the barrier expires. But if you're playing pretty tightly close to this current price line, you should be able to get payouts that come back pretty quickly. And then if you want to cancel one of your predictions that you made or one of your bets that you made, you can always go to your profile and then come down here and you can close it out. And then this closeout will basically pay you back all of your money. So this here, I'll close this one actually so you can see. So I just got my $12 back that I placed on that first bet. So my P&L is down a little bit because I didn't wait. The price went against me. But if you're good at predicting, if you think Bitcoin's going to go down or up, you can make some pretty big predictions on here and then catch the swings as they go up and down, and you can basically get paid out for it. So this is the game. This is running on Mainnet. And again, this is powered by Drift. It's powered by Pyth, which is the price oracle that you see here. If there's no price changes, it just kind of stays the same. So I want to fix that as well. But it's powered by Drift, Pyth, and then obviously like Solana and USDC for the payments. So this is the game. And like I said, it's pretty simple. There's a couple of little tweaks we want to do, but I want to also say thanks to everybody who's been in the Telegram, who's been helping test. And what I'm going to do is, one of the things that people have been saying is, I can't create an account. I can't create an account. So if I pause the game again, and when you pause the game, what it's doing is it's just taking your money out of the Drift account so that you can then, I need to fix this so it auto reloads after you pause. But it's taking your money out of the Drift account so that you won't just accidentally click. If you hand this to somebody, they won't accidentally click play and then start playing with your actual money. So you can just pause it and then you can press play again to get back in the game. And that's a little just way to stop in the middle of the game to kind of hold your position. And you always have access to your live balance. This is actual USDC. I actually think that your USDC inside of Drift is earning yield. I don't know if that's 100% true, but it would be cool if I could visualize that here. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole concept of the game. See, some money's coming back in from some of the old positions. So yeah, this is it on Mainnet. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to let some people into Mainnet today. One of the things of the way the game is structured is that I want to have it so that it's very easy. You don't have to hold any Solana. So if you if I go back to my profile here, you'll notice that I have no Solana in my account, right? This account has $70, but no Solana. And the reason is because I want to have a structure where the person who's using this doesn't have to worry about crypto at all. You only have to worry about dollars, and that's pretty much it. So if you come to play the game, all the transactions are sponsored, all the account creations are sponsored. You're not basically paying any SOL for anything. It's all covered. And then that allows you to play the game and not have to worry about gas fees or anything like that. So pretty simple little concept and a pretty simple little game structure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send there's a account that I have that is responsible for collecting the fees and then making the fee payer work so that you can go in and create an account. So anybody can log in to the main page right now with your Twitter account or your Google account or whatever, and you can actually get to this page and you can get here. But after that, you're going to have to create a Drift account. There'll be a button here that says create account. And in order to do that, there needs to be gas in the wallet. So I'm going to put like a SOL.5 in there, which should allow like 40 or 50 people to create accounts and then start playing the game. So I'm going to do that right now. Actually, let me find the address real quick. I think this is it. Yeah. Let's go. Send Solana. Wait, what? 1 second. Sorry, I just realized I need to talk into the microphone. Give me a second. Oh, it's got to start off with a test transaction. Yep, it worked. All right. So there should be Solana in the account now. So people should be able to go in and create Drift accounts. And if you don't want to go on mainnet, there's also a DevNet endpoint. So you can go to the URL. So if you want to try it to practice, you can actually go here to devnet.bloxwap.com. And then this is the entire game running on DevNet. So do I not have an account here? Let me log out real quick. So I can log in with my Twitter account again, authorize the app. And this on DevNet you basically have unlimited money. This is using Drift's stablecoin. So I have $9,000 here. You can just click deposit from bank and then another $1,000 just shows up and you can just click all over the place and try the game on this mode too. And you can see it's just taking money out. And you can play and practice on this. If you don't want to play on mainnet and you don't want to put real money in, you can just try it on this right now. So this is a version of the game that you can play with, and obviously you can see that when if you've got more money to kind of speculate with, you can see a lot more price action than when you're just playing by yourself and you're just putting down $1 like little one bets. So it's a pretty interesting dynamic once you've got a little bit of revenue in here. And yeah, so it's a pretty fun game. So that's that. Oh, I have another $1,000 I forgot I clicked on. So, and then you can just pause this game just like you can pause the other game. I need to fix this so that once you pause the game, it takes you back to the home screen. It should basically do what a refresh does here and take you back here and then show you your balance and then show you your exchange wallet. So that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some questions from the chat here. Let me just make sure there's nobody on Arena. And then let me also just double check. Yeah, I'll go back to main screen. So Mainnet's working. I put some gas in the Mainnet account so people can create accounts. We'll onboard I think it's about 50 people is how much Sol I put in there. So we should be able to on-ramp about 50 people to start playing the game. So let's go through the comments. Okay, Milkman. Milkman, let's see. Oh yeah, let's get it. I'll send him a message. Have you thought about making each player customize the block size? Someone 1, someone 100. Yeah, I have, but I don't want to make this complicated. I think one of the challenges with lots of products is people want to add in all these features and all these customizations, and it actually detracts from the core product experience. The other problem is when you're asking people to say they want to do $1 and some want to do $100, you can't even do $1 bets in the way that the system is structured right now because we have some constraints from Drift, which means we're only allowed to do 20x leverage. And because of that, you can't even place a $1 bet with 20x leverage on Bitcoin. So you're basically starting to tell people like, hey, go over to like the actual Drift user interface or go to an actual perp dex. And if you really want to have, configurations and make it complicated, I think this is not really the game for that. This is, again, designed for retail users who want to have a casual experience. They want to use crypto. They don't want any complexity. They just want to open it up, do some quick trades, get in and get out. This is not designed for somebody who wants to go to like an actual perp dex and actually try to figure out how to configure a leverage position or a perpetual position and figure out what it means to have cross margin and all of that stuff. So the simpler we can keep this and the less amount of configuration we can do, the better. I mean, I already took out the fact that you can change the leverage limits because you used to be able to change them from like 10, 50, and 100. And since we can't use 50 or 100, I just set it to 20. And then I also removed the ability to change the market. So the only market that's supported right now is Bitcoin. And that's just because of the way the leverage payouts work. I think there's a way where we can make the leverage experience kind of tied to the price of the asset and make that maybe configurable, but adding in more configuration for people to do some sliders to configure the game, I think is going to introduce some complexity that we just need to see if this is fun and people will play this right now before we start putting in a bunch of buttons and knobs. But we could definitely do that. I just want to make sure that the core game experience is good. Surely a custom mode with bigger bets. Yeah, so the way I want to support bigger bets is, through the leverage button. So if I go back here, right? This was how we were able to support bigger bets before, is you were able to increase your leverage. So you can increase your leverage here, or if we're in practice mode, the further away from this line right here makes your bet more. So if I click up here, this is a bigger bet than clicking down here, for example. And the further out you bet, the more of the base dollar bet amount you're putting in. So there is ways to do it in the UI. Maybe it's not clear. Maybe we need to explain it a little bit more and have maybe some like guides or saying something like, hey, this is 10 times up and this is 5 times up and this is just 1 time up. But, or this is like $50 up and this is $10 up. But I think right now in terms of making it so that the bets don't so that we like have more configuration, I think we're probably going to just leave it the way it is for right now and see if we can on-ramp people. Yo, what's up? What's up, Orlando? What exact rules now to win and how to lose? Okay, so the rules now are if the green line goes above your price, you win. And if you get liquidated, which is not visualized here really well, which I want to figure out a way to visualize it, probably on the left-hand side. If you basically get liquidated, you lose. This blue barrier is just the time that you have to like basically place your dollar prediction. So if you can click here, this is just like This here is lower amounts of money, and then this is higher amounts of money. It's not time related anymore. And then your position just stays open while the game is playing. So your position never closes out. In the sample, it's closing out, but in the actual game, it never closes out. It only closes out when you get liquidated. The reason that I did that is because otherwise we would have to keep track of everybody's single position and close everybody's position out. And that's just like an extra gas fee that I don't necessarily think is useful. And I think there's a way we can actually visualize the open positions over here on the left and whether or not you're in profit or loss over here on the left in some way, shape, or form, like maybe some candle stack or something like that, where we can visualize, hey, you're green, you're in the green or you're in the red just based on some little line here. And if it goes towards your position, you basically get paid out more or you get paid out less. And then there's obviously the profile page, which you can click on and go to and see which positions you have open. But the way to win is to basically have the green line cross your position, like your prediction like this. If the green line goes above this, you win. And if it's a down arrow and the green line goes below this, you win. That's pretty much it. Sent $5 to the game wallet. Did I lose because it's a $10 minimum? No. You never lose anything. You actually have, so if you go to your wallet here, where is it? If you go to your wallet here, sorry, I gotta go to live. So this wallet is actually your own wallet that's 100% self-custody. It's 100% controlled by you, powered by Privy. There is no way to send the money out of this wallet to somewhere else yet. Which I think I could probably make it pretty easily. I could put a transfer button in here. Let me write that down so that you guys, if you want to eject, you can get out. But there is a minimum because what's going to happen is if you don't have at least $5, you're not going to be able to even place the minimum bet. The minimum bet in the game is $5. So if you don't have at least that, you can't even play. I think I maybe have this constrained to $10, but yeah, you're going to need to have, oh wait, I'm talking and you can't even see what I'm looking at. This is what I was talking about. Okay, so if you click here, this wallet is like a regular embedded wallet that you have full custody of. It's just tied to your email address or your Google account or your Twitter account or your Apple account or your wallet, your regular crypto wallet. So you can actually export your wallet if you want to send the money back out. I'll probably put a button in here somewhere to do a send, but this game wallet that you're looking at here is your wallet. So you never actually lose the money. You can just export the wallet, load it up into like, what's it called? Into Phantom or whatever. Not Phantom. Yeah, Phantom. And then you can send the money. But I'll put a little send button here or transfer button to basically transfer the money out if you want to do that. But if you've only put $5 in here, what's going to happen is if I click play, right? The minimum bet you are allowed to make over here is $5. So if you don't have at least $5, you can't even just click here. You're not gonna be able to click anywhere over here. So we want to make sure that you have enough money in the base account to just play the game, right? So that you can click a $10 prediction, and then if it crosses, you can make some money on that. But right now, that's just the constraint. One of the things, and I actually have a blog post that I've been working on today, is talking about, what's it called? I want to talk about basically getting faster perp dexes, because you would be able to do $1 bets here if we were able to do 100x leverage or 200x leverage, because what it would do is it would make your bet size, your $1 would basically be multiplied by the 100 or 200, which means that you would be able to you'd be able to have your or have your bets close up or take a position that is at least one Bitcoin contract, or basically like the minimum Bitcoin size. Because I think the minimum Bitcoin size is it's like 1/1000th of a Bitcoin. So it's like $86 is basically the minimum bet that you can make. So if this was $1 and you had 100x leverage, you could basically buy 1/1000th of a Bitcoin. But because we're limited to 20x leverage right now, and we can't really change this, we basically can't do $1 bets or 2 or 3 or, we're almost at $4 bets, which is not good, but we're almost there. So that's one of the reasons why this is kind of constrained the way it is. And if Bitcoin goes back up to 100K, then I have to move this over. 5 has to go away and 6 has to be the minimum, just because of how the perpetual contracts work. So yeah, I hear you that you want to be able to do maybe some smaller bets, but I think the minimum right now is going to be probably like $10 or $20 to even just start tapping around. And then once you're in, you can tap around and play, and you can wait till your positions open or close out, and then you can come back to the game. So that's how it is. You sent Soul. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, you can export it, or I'm trying to figure out if technically you can have Solana in this wallet. I don't want to like I don't want you to like click a button and send money out of your wallet back to yourself. I'm trying to think of what to do about that. One of the things I was going to do is, if you have Solana in your wallet, I was just going to let you pay for your own transactions, but I'm just sponsoring all the transactions because that's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, USDC. This game works in USDC. Oh, you know what I can actually do here? I can go to, if you pause the game and you basically log out, I can go to, this is going to be so annoying. Let me write this down to fix this. All right. So when your, what's it called? Exchange wallet is below $20, log the user, or send the user back to the onboarding screen. I'm just taking notes, so don't worry about me. Let's see. Next question. What wallet can I use for DevNet? Gotta change the settings on Phantom. I think you can use any wallet, actually. Well, you have to create an account, and I think you can create an account with any wallet, which I don't like, but I think that's how it's set up right now. Is it if I log out here? Let me see. And I click login, and you click continue with wallet. You can use any wallet, pretty much any wallet that exists. I don't see. It'd probably be very hard to find something that's actually not in here. Like, is Coinbase in here? Oh, no, it's not. Well, these are a bunch of different rando wallets, apparently, that you can use to sign in. I haven't heard of a lot of these. Oh, these are all Solana wallets. Cool. Or, well, some of them are. Yeah, OKX, Phantom, Soulflare. You can log in with any of these. And it's effectively, it'll create, you won't use that wallet address. You're going to use your embedded wallet to play. So if you have a wallet that has money in it, you'd have to send it from that wallet into your embedded wallet, which will be displayed. So if I log in again, your embedded wallet will be displayed prominently right here, which is this 6URA wallet here. And then it'll also be displayed up here, which is also the same wallet, the 6URA. And if you want to copy, you can just click on it, click anywhere up here. It will copy the wallet address, or you can click on this too. It'll copy the wallet address and put it in your clipboard, and then you can paste it in somewhere else. Or you can send money directly to this. Or I think if you click on deposit from bank here, oh, this is, sorry, I'm on DevNet. Let me go back to mainnet. On mainnet, so here on mainnet, if you click deposit from bank, you can actually click receive funds, and it will also bring up the same 6URA wallet. That's the same one, and you can just send money straight to this as well. So there's, receive 1,000. Oh, you can send up to $1,000, I guess. Wait. So that's cool. All right. So yeah, that's how the wallets work. So don't use your phantom wallet address. Use the wallet that's here, which is your game wallet, which is listed as this right here. Okay, let's see. I understand you probably gotta hit up testnet faucet. No, there's no faucet anymore. So my fee payer account, this is all technical. So if you're like, what is he talking about? This is not for any normal people. This is just for me and Rolando. So my fee payer account, so the account that pays for everybody's transactions and pays for creating everybody's drift accounts, is the only thing that has the Solana in it. So that thing is funded. Once that thing has Solana, you can just send USDC to this account, and then every interaction that you do on testnet or DevNet and mainnet is all funded. So you don't even have to have any Solana in your account. And if you have Solana in your account, it won't even get spent. It will. I don't even fall back to say, hey, if this user has Solana, spend it, or then spend the money from the fee payer. I just basically sponsor all the transactions. There is a way, I think Drift does have a Swift API, which lets you submit transactions and then they handle all the gas, but it's not working for referred accounts yet. So I just was like, I can't work with that right now. So I just figured out a workaround where I'm just paying for everything, and I'll figure it out later. But the way that it's set up is that you do not need any Solana. The only thing you need to make this game go is USDC. So when you click deposit, it's gonna, and you play with card, it's gonna open up, and it's gonna open up USDC deposits, and that's it. So a user who's playing this game is never gonna need to really know about Solana. Hell yeah, you made it user friendly. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot. Actually, one of the coolest apps that I've used is Pump Fund. They have a really, really, really nice user experience. It's really nice, I would say, like compared to lots of other crypto products where you can just basically like log in. Oh no, this is because I did that. You can basically just log in, you create a simple account and then you're good to go. You don't have to do anything crazy. You just like, I sent it to my wife. She logged in and created an account. I didn't even have to hold her hand. But if you send somebody like MetaMask or any of these other projects, it's like you got to write down a seed phrase, and do you want to store it in iCloud, and do you want to scan your face, and there's all this complexity. So letting people just log in with emails, creating embedded wallets, sponsoring transactions, all of these are like user experience design decisions that I wanted to make this very easy for somebody who's not crypto native to be able to use this thing. So everybody already knows how to log in. They show up at this page. They can deposit money. If they can figure that out, they can create their account. It doesn't cost them anything, and then they just click play, and then that's it. Yeah. I mean, I want this to be so simple. Like, I'm actually going to go out a little bit later, and I'm going to try to get some people like out on the street to play this game. I'm going to just go see if I can find some random person at a coffee shop. And when I get my latte, who was making fun of me? I think Russian acai. He was making fun of me about getting a latte yesterday. So I'm going to go find a regular person. I'm going to on-ramp them, and I'm going to let them play, and I'm going to get their feedback. I'm going to let them put $100 in, see how it goes. Let's see. Or maybe, actually, I should probably get a wallet and send people, like $50 and let them play. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Let me go back to the main screen. So yeah, mainnet is ready. It will definitely cap out once we get 50 people on ramped. a lot of people are like, oh, Wen Mainnet, it's here now. But we're gonna start the marketing next. That's the next phase. Marketing, 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 marketing. Hold on. Wait, is it not letting you make a Drift username? Does your name have like special characters or anything in it? BP. Drift or how long is your name? It might be maybe it's too short or too long. I don't know what the Drift. I need to go look at the Drift code base to see what the constraints are. It should let you. Oh, well, I haven't tried it with a number. I don't know what their constraints are. I have to go look at the actual Drift code base because I don't think they actually even have it listed on their. Um, I don't even think Drift has it listed on their application or on their website. When you go to the documentation, it just says create a username, and the example username that it gives is Toli. So embedded wallet. Did I already get all the accounts? Hold on, let me make sure that my wallet didn't get drained. I have like no more money left. Give me 1 second. No, there's still money in there. There's still money. Still got 1 ETH. Huh. Interesting. I wonder. I wonder what's going on. What did you log in with in terms of your main account? Did you log in with a user wallet or with like X or Google or one of those social accounts or with an email? X. Okay. And are you on DevNet or Mainnet? Live tech support. Oh, Zen Girl popped up. What's up, Zen Girl? Arena Queen. So you're logged in and you're trying to create. I wonder if can you um can you hit me up in the Telegram? I don't want you to have to share your wallet with everybody. Hit me up in Telegram, and then go into Telegram, go into the feedback channel, and then send me a message, and I'll help you out. Oh, the Telegram channel. What we're talking is t.me/Bloxwap. So just like the domain name. I should put that link up here also. But yeah, game's working. It's a couple of little edge case things I'm gonna polish off, but yeah, $10,000. I need to put a comma in here. Let's see. There's like little things that bother me that nobody's probably even thinking about. Format, pop up of money inbound to be currency formatted. 10 comma. Okay. You know what's wild? I was playing this game when Bitcoin was just dumping, and I made a couple bucks because it's just you could just basically click down here all day, and it would just go and just close right through all of your positions all together. It's pretty funny. But Bitcoin's coming back up now, it looks like. It was a lot lower before when I was playing. So yeah, there's a couple of little performance improvements that I want to do. And then what else? Yeah, some performance updates. And oh, this is a bug right here. You see these numbers, 70? These numbers are changing, but they should be static. That's a problem. Okay. All right. Let's see. So if there aren't any other questions, I am going to fix a couple of these little bugs, but mainnet is live. So if you want to go play bloxwap.com right now, I'm looking at the accounts and it looks like the sponsored accounts are good. There's ETH, or there's Sol, sorry. There's Sol in the accounts, so we should be good to go. Let me check. Ooh. Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm looking at Orb, which is Solana's block explorer. Just seeing what's happening. It's interesting. November 8th? Oh, that's old. November 19th is yesterday. Okay. We seem to be good. We seem to be up and running. Oh, maybe that's the APY. That would be hilarious. If I'm getting APY from having my money in Drift. Okay. All right, we're getting back to it. Okay, so I think we're gonna call it. If there's any more news, Mainnet's out. Tell your friends. Help them on ramp, and I'm gonna help BP in the channel. If you have any questions, oh, he says he's also stuck in creating a wallet. Hold on, let me go check something. Give me a second. Log in. Let me go make sure my account's not flagged or anything. No, we got users. All right. So if you got any questions, come to the Telegram channel, t.me/Bloxwap. I'll be in there. And yeah, Bloxwap.com. Should be able to switch, play on mainnet mode. And if you have any challenges, definitely come to the Telegram. You can follow me on X at Joe Blau. Follow me on Arena, also at Joe Blau. And you can follow our team account on Bloxwap or at Bloxwap on X. And then our Telegram channel is t.me/Bloxwap. So check us out in all those spots. And I'll be posting updates. Now that we've got the mainnet version of the game up and running, we basically just need to start on-ramping people. So figuring out how to get people in, get people placing orders, making the game smoother, making the game faster. Smoother, faster, easier to play, simplifying it, trying to get the minimums down, trying to get the leverage up, and just making the experience all around better. And then once we get the experience dialed in, I think we can start to think about what other assets can we put in this game. So can we add Ethereum, which is obviously, it has lower dollar price movement, even though it has the same percentage volatility. But in order to trade on that lower dollar volume movement and have a good, explosive outcome, you need to have basically more leverage. So Bitcoin is good because it gives you that kind of balance of, there's a lot of price movement, but it also has a very high unit bias. So because of that, it makes it easier to make this game work. All right, I am out. I will see everybody later. I'll see everybody in the chat. And thanks for everybody's patience. Thanks for helping with all the feedback that you guys have provided. Thanks for all the comments on X. We're probably going to do I'll probably do a quick onboarding video or a tutorial video just to show people how to get onboarded and how to create a wallet and how to use the game. And that should make it pretty straightforward. So cool. All right. I'll see you guys later, guys and girls.